What's up, guys? I'm Jed Abendroth, and this is Big Man Fitness. Now, before we get started, don't forget to reach on down here, hit the subscribe button, ring the bell for notifications so you get notified every time I put out great new content, which is generally every Sunday. So, don't forget to always check out the other videos. Alright guys, so this week, kind of a tough couple months. I didn't even realize how tough they've been. Well, because I haven't been eating right. So, back in March, everything's going on. My mind's preoccupied with the stay-at-home orders, everything going on. And I was doing a carb cycle. Well, I dropped my carbs down to, I think 30 grams is when I finally crashed, and I knew, okay, now I can start and back in. Well, with everything going on, I never completely added back in. So to give you a little context of what I'm talking about. About a year ago, I did this thing called a body pod. At the time, I was 390 pounds. This body pod, you sit in it and just your skivvies, and basically it measures your metabolic rate with some type of form of magic. No, it's really science. But what they did, they give you this big printout and they tell you, okay, this is the type of deficit you need to be in, or if you're trying to bulk, this is how much you should be eating, or if you're just trying to maintain weight, this is where you need to be. And this is if you do no physical activity at all. In other words, you just lay in bed all day just to survive, you need to eat this many calories. At 390 pounds, mine was 3,800 calories, 812 calories. That's a lot of calories to take in just to maintain 390 pounds every day. I mean, that's a lot of food when you think about clean eating. But when you think about, if you hit Wendy's or Burger King or McDonald's or any of those places, well, one meal is almost 2,000 calories. So to maintain that, well, I just need to eat twice. So, basing everything off of how I calculate what I need to eat for the day and going through a carb cycle, I had literally dropped, when I got down to 30 grams of carbs, I was at 50 grams of fats, 286 grams of proteins. I was down at roughly 1,300 calories, just shy of 1,300 calories. That's not a lot. And being the guy I am, and I am kind of an idiot, I will admit that, I track once every couple weeks. I'll really go in, just make sure everything looks right. I haven't done that since March. So the only thing I added back in was my oatmeal because I was super hungry every day, but I never added back in my broccoli. Actually, quite a few things. And well, I've been having trouble staying focused, having trouble with my lifting. Even went to the lift, even wanting to run. I mean, this is big stuff, because here I am. I'm trying to set a good example, keep myself accountable. Yet I wasn't even making the right decisions for a few months. So last week I readjusted everything. Last week I got up to 2,000 calories. This week I just finished at 2,600 calories. Next week I hope to be up around 3,000 calories, and that should give me enough of a deficit at the weight that I'm at now. So taking the original starting weight of 390 when I did the body pod, and that's not my starting weight when I started this, but when I did the body pod, taking my current weight, divide my current weight by the old weight, taking that percentage and subtracting that percentage for how many calories I need to take in, and then trying to set a deficit on that so that I continue losing weight while I continue working out and having energy. And I've already noticed a massive spike in energy again, so even though I had energy, I didn't have the energy I normally have. I definitely have the want and the will now to lift when I need to lift. I have the energy really just for all day. I have focus. I have everything. Life just seems a little more full now, which is, well, really a good thing. So what caused this? Well, my stupidity to begin with, but also the fact that I just wasn't paying attention to what I was doing, how I was doing it. And yes, I was going for those runs, and I started out the week Monday, Tuesday, great, do 4.5 miles. Everything was awesome. And Wednesday, Thursday, I'm starting to get some pain, hips, thighs, knees. Well, that's not how it was before. I think a lot of it was my mind was making excuses to not do it because I did not have the energy. And being at that low of a deficit, especially at my size, 6'3", well over 300 pounds, I mean, that's not enough food to even really give me energy to make it through the day, not adding any fitness. So yeah, so I'm gonna be back up around 3,000 calories. Probably the way I got it set right now is probably gonna be closer to 2,800 calories, which is fine for me. I mean, we'll see how that plays out. If I feel like I need to add just a little bit more, I will. And what's really important to remember is no matter what diet you pick. So I get my proteins from my meat, carbs and fiber from my veggies. I've added in white rice. Get my fats, a lot of it mostly from breakfast, but doing all this, you can do this the keto way. Fasting, trying to take in 3,000 calories in a short window would be, for me, tough. I'm not saying people can't do it, and I'm sure they do. You know, there's bodybuilders out there that probably have to take in 4,000 or 5,000 calories a day in that small window. Whether you're vegetarian or even vegan, it can still be done. It's really just counting those macros, really looking at what you are putting in your body. Again, I try to count everything. Even if it's a no calorie sweetener like the stevia that I use, you definitely want to, and that's why I try to do is I try to count everything I'm putting in, how much water I'm putting in. I'm still roughly around 128 ounces, 128 to 136 ounces a day. It's summertime, so I am taking in a little bit more. Try to stay under the 2 gallons though. So once I start lifting 6 days a week again, then I'll probably be closer to that 180 mark. But right now I'm averaging 128 to 136 ounces. It's keeping track of all that, and I may not track every day, but I will be tracking every Sunday again, just to make sure everything's right where I need it. Make sure everything is the way I want it. Make any little adjustments I need. I still don't quite eat enough on the weekends. And I will admit it's not great. But I could be overeating in other ways. So in a way I feel it's a better alternative. It's just I tend to forget the little snacks that I add in. Protein bars, the little things I eat between the what I call the 3 major meals. So eating that stuff is fairly important. I just tend to forget it on the weekends because I'm not, I guess it's structured because I'm not at work. I'm not at work. Hey, it's this time I need to do this, or hey, it's this time I need to do that. So that's what I tend to do. And yeah, so I thought I'd talk to you guys about that and just kind of remind everybody, you still got to keep track of everything you're doing. So, and that's where I'm at. I'll keep you guys updated as time goes on. Don't forget to leave a comment down below if you want to reach out to me, or you can reach me at bmfjedfdk@gmail.com. You can find me on Facebook, Jedediah Raymond Abendroth. Find my page that I made for this channel, BMF Frederick. Find me on Instagram, JedFDK. Find me on Twitter, JedFDK. Again, that's what I have for you guys this week, and I hope everybody has a good, solid week, and catch you guys next week. Peace.